Okay guys, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing trees. Now, the first one we're going to do is animation of a tree. You're going to get 4 little cards and you're going to be doing a tree on each one. So the tree starts out at the bottom, and you have to know the anatomy of a tree to draw it. So when you start the tree out, you need to make sure that you understand that the tree trunk is the biggest thing on the tree. This is a beginner's video, and I like to kind of offset my limbs. So when you're splitting your tree out, you want to make sure you have some base limbs at the bottom, which are the largest ones. Okay, and then it has to make like it, you have to see it curve from the tree trunk. This kind of gives it gravitation towards the tree. Okay, and then you can pull that limb out of the tree, and it always tapers out to get smaller and smaller at the very end. When you get to the end of these branches, you want to make sure you start winding off, is what I call it. Hopefully this is going to help you with the anatomy of the tree's trunk. I noticed a lot of guys were having trouble drawing the limbs out from the tree. They didn't know where to take them. So it was a little difficult for some, I think, to understand the anatomy of the tree. Once you understand it, it'll be easier for you to draw. Okay, there we have our anatomy of a tree, and I want it to look good as you can make it, and you'll be putting pictures of these online for your account, okay? So let's see what we can get into next. All right, now let's get into drawing a tree in charcoal. Okay, so we have some charcoal pencils here. I'm going to take one out, and I can show you how to draw a tree with charcoal. This is pretty cool, guys. Now, I like to see how big the tree is when I start, so I'll draw my trunk first. And you can draw your trees in many different ways. Okay, I'll just get my color of the trunk. Kind of just lightly color it in a little there. And you can give it some roots if you want. Don't have to. Okay, there we go. Now this tree is going to have branches at the bottom. This is a smaller tree. And it's also going to have leaves on it. Some of you guys were outside the other day, we were struggling with those leaves. You were having a really hard time with that. So what I want to do is just kind of basically draw out the shape maybe of our tree that we're going to do here. So I've gotten a light line around there, and what I like to do is just go in here with some little squiggly marks, and I like to do it lightly first. Just kind of lightly put it in there. You're just kind of squiggling it around, maybe figure eights and circles and just different things in there that you want to create to make these little leaf shapes. Now these are not really shapes, I'm just basically coloring in this way. Let's see what the effect looks like here. So if I did it really large like that, that's not going to do it. You got to be small with this. You got to make it really small. And you're drawing small trees, so this shouldn't take you that long. Now we've got our basic color in. It is kind of like monotone, sort of. It doesn't have any darks and lights in it. So what we need to do is go back in with our charcoal and figure out maybe some little areas in the tree that might look like they're shaded. Now I like to feel like it's got layers that are in the sun and then layers that, kind of not in the sun. They're kind of hidden from the light. So you might have some areas that are really dark and then some that are really light. So just go outside when you look at trees, kind of notice how the light hits them. It's sort of like a cloud when you put the dark part of the cloud on, it's at the bottom. The tree is in layers. It has darks and lights throughout it. our tree in charcoal, and we have our tree in colored pencil.